So, yes, I'm here again to talk about American domestic politics and ruffle some feathers again. But facts don't care about your feelings. So, what I was talking about? Oh, I'm going to go back to the subject of the Epstein files here. And I'm not going to specifically talk about the Epstein files themselves, but I'm going to talk about Trump's actions around the issue and why he's doing all this stuff to make noise everywhere. Okay. I will say there are more reasons on why he invaded Venezuela. America and Venezuela have been at odds with each other for a long time. So it's not just a Trump thing, but Trump was going to act on his impulses, and that's what he did. But here's the thing: he's a chest pumping egomaniac, a narcissist. So yes, Donald Trump is the kind of guy that will waltz right into your country and take your stuff and brag about it and take you out, because that's how he operates. But there was also corporate reasons for why he did it, financial reasons, a lot of money involved. Now, I would say if he wanted to use smart diplomacy and power in foreign policy, I wouldn't say that would be the right approach, because you want to minimize wars. You don't want to promote them. You don't want to push them. I mean, I wouldn't agree with them messing with Venezuela at all, but if you were going to have a savvy foreign policy plan, you would go to their country and you would negotiate with them. Because what do people want more than anything? A deal and money. Okay, so there could have been a smart way to go into Venezuela and ask for their resources. Not to say I agree with that approach, but it's a lot better than what Trump just did. Okay. He's going to put us in a forever war that we're never going to get out of so easily, and we're not going to win. It's going to be a lost cause that we're going to throw billions of dollars at again. But the smart strategy would have been negotiate with them and maybe give them some money or something to convince them to give away some of their resources. Okay. But Trump doesn't operate like that. Trump's a bulldozer. So he's a bully. He's got to control everything. Because we got a man-child effectively running our country right now. But the ultimate reason why he invaded Venezuela, you want to know the real reason? Well, I'm going to tell you unapologetically. He wants to distract from the Epstein files because he's implicated in them and it doesn't look good for him. So going to war with Venezuela is a great distraction. I'm just saying the obvious. I don't know if anybody caught that memo yet on that. A lot of people are catching on. I'm not the only one. I'm not the first one to say it. A lot of people have been saying it for a minute because to us that are paying attention anyway. So I'm not taking credit for acknowledging this. There's a lot of people acknowledge it before I ever did. All right. It's just obvious. Unless you're not paying attention at all, or you're just so deep in that bubble. I don't know. But he doesn't want people talking about the Epstein files. All right. And he did this ploy because he thought he can declare a state of emergency. Okay. Distract people from the Epstein files. Okay. Maybe possibly stop us from having an election next year because he wants to call martial law and make himself the wartime president and thinks that he can get the country to unite behind him. Okay. This was an attempt to distract us from the Epstein files, possibly stop elections and stop democracy, and okay, to get the public on his side because he's a wartime president and he's fighting this terrible fascist regime and saving the Venezuelan people from oppression and stopping illegal drugs from coming to America. You don't think? Sounds pretty obvious to me. But it didn't work. Okay. Mr. Trump, if you're listening out there, America's tired of war. Okay. America wants the government to focus on them. So when you say American first policies, what do you even mean by that? Because I'm still looking for what you've done that's actually American. Okay? I'm not seeing it. Okay? I'm not part of that America first tirade, though. I'm not part of that train. I'm the left. I admit that. Okay? So you don't have to listen to me. But just common sense. The American first people that really, really believed in you, the some that out there that really want to hold out hope that you were going to do things differently in Washington, you're not doing so good on that, buddy. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You're breaking all the promises that actually matters to voters. So, I mean, I expected it. I knew you were a charlatan. But, it took other people to find out for another term. They wanted to give you a chance in the White House again. And I get it. A lot of people out there didn't like the choices they had to vote for. But you are definitely making people regret their vote right now. But that's all I wanted to say in this video. See y'all later. Have a great day. Have a great night. Goodbye.